Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give everyone time to get here. I had tried to schedule a live stream and things were wonky. So I'm going to have to keep testing that. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to get here and explain what I'm doing today. I'm bringing my die cutting machine over for one. Actually, yeah, I'm going to need it. Yeah, I'm going to need that. All right, let me get in here myself. I hope you guys are doing great. Just find my video. Well, it's going to play that game with me today. Yeah, I'm going to see if I need to change the mode before I go live. Like if I probably need to do that. I probably need to set the mode differently before. Okay, I think I'm in the right video. There we are. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Linda. Hi, Vicki. Hey, Diane. Yes, we can sit down now. Everybody, we're here. We landed. Hi, Linda. I almost put testing in that last video, but I didn't. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I got these adorable, tiny stamps, and I didn't know they were this tiny because I wasn't paying attention. I just loved the way they were illustrated, these fairies. And this was a while back. But like I ordered these back on Black Friday kind of thing. But I really, as soon as they arrived, I was so excited that they were so tiny like this. And I still want to make a 5x7 card because I want to make a big garden for these little fairies. And I also have these dies that I got from Crafty Critta. Shout out to Michelle. A while back. They're Spellbinders dies, but I bought them at Crafty Critta because they have great sales sometimes on things like this. And I felt a little bad because I know all my peeps in Australia probably wanted to order these, but I was already there getting some things and I snatched them up. Sorry, Australia peeps. Anyways, I love these and I love the size of them, and I want to play with scale today on my card. And so I'm going to use these giant flowers with these tiny fairies. And then I also have these little fairy doors. I think my husband's just going to make a bunch of noise, y'all. So sorry about that, but this is nothing new. Hey, Beth. Hey. Hi, Shay. Good to see you. Hey, T. Good morning. Okay, so I also have these fairy doors and dies that I've never used from Not Too Shabby, and I don't know if they're still available. You'll have to go look. But I also want to use one of these. So we're going to play with scale. We're going to use tiny fairies, big flowers, a tiny fairy door, and I think quite possibly, like, I haven't used any of this, but quite possibly this stamp set as well for these larger birds. So the birds and the fairies, and these are like, I don't know if it says what kind of birds these are, but these are small birds. Designed by Katie Hackney. I don't know. Y'all might know what kind of bird that is. I don't know. I don't have a clue, but it's by the riverbank. Anyways, so we're going to create a scene card with all this, and we're going to play with scale today. And I have had these stacked up and been wanting to play with these. They're kingfishers. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, I've heard of that before and seen those kinds of birds. So let's do this thing. So we've got stamping to do. I don't know that I'll use the, I won't use the dies for this. I mean, I can fussy cut that in 3 seconds. I'm going to take forever just to take that out. So no dies needed. If I'm not mistaken though, yeah, these cut out the center too, but I'm still going to fussy cut. Okay. So here we go. I don't think I'd want to cut out the center of that anyways. I guess maybe if you wanted that part to open, that's right. If you wanted it to open, well, we can make it open too without the dies. Okay, so let's do this thing. I need to pick my flowers. I know I definitely want some of these. I mean, of course, I kind of want them all. I love, these are some of my favorite flowers I have ever seen for card making. I love them all. So let's do this. I want to tell you guys straight off the bat in case I forget. Good morning, Esther. Well, it's good afternoon to you, my dear. I will not be live tomorrow. Dun, dun, dun. I know, but guess what? I'll be live on Sunday at 3 to 3:30. Only 30 minutes. It's for Kendra's Card Challenge. And I'm going to be making 3 cards in 30 minutes. So that should be a perfect calamity to come watch and enjoy. And then you can hop along and see others doing the same thing. Everyone's doing 3 cards in 30 minutes. So with the new KCC 18 sketches, I'm like, do I need all the pieces? Yes, Betty Benny, you need all the pieces. Ooh, we need to pick a color palette, you guys. And you know what? I have the color cubes and I don't ever touch those things. Honestly, I don't even know where they are. Oh, there they are. Let's pick a color palette, shall we? I mean, I know what I kind of wanted to do. If I don't like what I see in here, I'll just do my own thing. Because I kind of want to do something really muted and moody. But let's just look at these. No, definitely not. Nope. Probably won't work out because I kind of already have something in mind. But let's just look at them anyways. They are really cool. I just had to have them. I put it off for like a year, and then I gave in and got them and never used them ever. They are cool though. I think I'm going to have to pass for today though. Nothing's jumping out at me. I like this one. That one's pretty. I like what I like most is the inspo picture. Let's take this one out. Anyways, these are the color cubes. If you work a lot with like, I don't know. These are definitely cool. I've just never really found, for my kind of crafting, I guess, found them incredibly useful. But there they are. We'll take that one. I just like the color, and I really like the inspo piece here. I think that's really cool. They're cool. I'm not mad at it. It's just, I I don't know that I really needed them. Okay. You know how that goes. We all do it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really want to cut out all these pieces, but I will. So, Dolly, my little Spellbinders die cutting machine is going back to scrapbook.com. I can't even pass anything, plates through her. Like, she's so uptight. I don't know what's wrong with her. But she's going back. And I'm hoping to exchange her for the Gina K machine. The Gina K machine is usually sold out. But I checked and it was in stock. So I'm hoping to get that one instead. All right, let's see. We all know I've not had the best of luck with those others. Okay. Let's see. But the people who make Gina K's machine make my favorite machine, so I think I'll like it better. It's not even a matter of liking something better. It's like if it works or not. Okay. So here are these. Okay. All right. I think that's what I'm going to take for now. And we're going to bring over my machine that I do love. And we're going to do some die cutting. You guys, I don't want to spoil any surprises, but I found a new company. And I think they're going to make my card making dreams come true with the type of products that they make. And I made a big investment. So I'm really excited. I'm going to cut all this out of white cardstock, you guys, because I don't want to think about a color palette and I don't want to look through my papers. So I need to get some white cardstock. Use that. No, that's too thin. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm picking my white cardstock. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I just want the cheap stuff. I just want the Paper Studio cardstock. Glad I have some of this. I don't have very much. I should probably get more. Because as much as I'd like to die cut all this out of watercolor cardstock, ooh, let me get my other watercolor cardstock. Hold on. I just knocked over a bunch of embossing folders. Okay, I am going to cut this out of, you can't, it just looks like white paper to you. But it's called You Create watercolor paper. Desiree put me onto this and it is so amazing because it's like a thin cardstock, but it's watercolor paper and it takes all the water. It does everything you want it to do as a watercolor artist, but also as a die cutting gal. So it's really quite perfect. So I'm going to put that other paper away. Hopefully not get them confused. I have the Gina K magnetic plate for this machine, and I love it. So hold on, I'll show y'all better what I'm doing. I know you're just staring at my die cutting machine. How riveting. All right, let me move you up just a little bit. You can get some peripheral here. There we go. All right, so I have the Gina K magnetic plate that I just love. It's awesome. And then I cut down my You Create watercolor paper to go over that. And we're gonna do some die cutting. Let's see, yeah, I have it on die cutting. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Nope, that's too gentle. I need to tighten her up a little bit. Nope, that won't work. It's okay, everything's good. Do I have it like on 3D? And I think I have it on 3D. Hold on. Now I need to loosen it up again. And some more. So I have to make more adjustments. What I was going to tell you is this machine's not really a mystery unless you put the Gina K plate in it. And then it's more of a mystery. To work with. Let me make sure I don't have any dies too close to the edge. It's kind of close, but not, I don't think it's too close. Let's try to go this way. Okay. I want to love die cutting. Die cutting doesn't love me. All right, hold on. We're going to get a card made today, y'all. Just keep watching Calamity Jane. She's going to get it made. Hey there, Jay. How's it going? Hi, Flo. Hi, Paula. We're making a card today. We're going to play with scale and such, if I can get things through the die cutting machine. What I might have to do is switch it to the 3D embossing folder bit and tighten it up. Let's try that. There we go. Now, I don't know if that's quite tight enough. Let's tighten it up a little bit more. I don't think it's cutting, so it's not. Let's tighten it up a little bit more because I have it on the 3D. I have it on the 2D embossing folder. Might have to shim it. Adventures in die cutting with Penny Penny. It's always an adventure. Yeah, none of that cut. So we're going to definitely have to shim this bad boy. Dun, 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 dun. No, Jay, I'm not using the right plates. So this is all my fault because Vera cuts beautifully. It's my favorite die cutting machine ever. But I have Gina K's magnetic plate in here, and so it's not a perfect match. So I'm making accommodations. Okay, that is getting us much closer. Let's add one more sheet, and then I think we'll be off to the races, y'all. Sorry about this. It's okay. These are the adventures of card making. Okay, so guess what? The new company that I'm so excited about is a die company. Oh yeah, this is good. This is definitely gonna cut. I probably have a little too much because usually it just cranks so effortlessly. But I'm tired of playing around. Okay, we got most of it. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do this. I'm going to loosen it up just a little bit. Oh, I lost my handle. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. My handle fell off. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out now how to get my handle back in there. Good thing I started early this morning, y'all. Have I completely broken it? I don't know. It's not turning. Hold on, everything's fine. There we go. I got it. Nobody freak out. That's right, I'm not doing a tutorial. I stopped those a long time ago, I think. It's just adventures around here. Okay, I'm not getting a perfect cut. You know what? Gosh, I'm really tempted to turn. Let me turn it this other way. Like, I'm going to turn it this way. Let me try turning it a different way and sending it through. I'm also going to put the shim inside and see what happens. It's not supposed to be this challenging. You're right. Ooh, that worked. That was much better. Putting the shim inside. Cool. We'll run that back through again. Ooh, I'm getting this cool embossed paper too. I like it. That's gonna work for me. Okay. Yeah, I need to find my Bureaucraft plates is what needs to happen. I put them to the side when I got these Gina K magnetic ones, and now it drives me crazy because they don't exactly, if you have the plates that come with the machine, there's no guesswork to it, which is what I loved about this machine. But I put a different base in there, and so now it's a bunch of guesswork, and I don't like that. Well, you guys, I can't seem to get a good cut on this, really. We'll get what we get. We'll get some of these things. I don't know. This wasn't a success, and I'm giving up now. I'm tired of it. So let's move on with our bad selves. We're going to just move on. Step away from the die cutting machine and the dies for now. It can only take so much more. Okay. It's okay though. This one is, it's not the machine on this one though. It's me. It's me and my plates. I assure you. Okay. And I don't feel like dealing with it. My patience runs thin on things like this. All right. So we'll see. I think I can use my scissors. Are you kidding me right now? Did we really just waste 30 minutes on all that? How frustrating. I could have done so much in 30 minutes besides that. Okay. We're going to take what we can get here. I think I'm going to get my scissors out and try to die cut some of this stuff out too. I mean, not die cut, cut out with my scissors some of this stuff. Come here, scissors. Can't believe I wasted 30 minutes like that. Jeez. Let's see if any of these want to poke out. No. Okay. We're going to make, this is a make it work moment in crafting. And we've got this. We can do it. It's not a problem. I'm going to get this figured out. For one, I'm just going to find my old die cutting plates that go to that machine and forgo having a magnetic plate. I'll tell you, I have struggled with die cutting since the beginning of my crafty time. That's what I was so frustrated about that other machine is like, I know y'all were like, you could use bubble wrap, you can do this, you could do that. It's like, and now today's results don't reflect on the machine, but I was like, you shouldn't have to do all that to die cut something. Shouldn't have to make all those accommodations. Okay. I think we have enough to work with to make our scene. And now I'm going to get to stamping and painting and be a little more blissful in my crafty time. Oh my gosh, yesterday was such a long day, you guys. I worked 13 hours yesterday. It was a little much. It was a little much. Okay. Diane, crack me up. I'm ready. Even if you have to make fun of me. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Die cutting dilemmas. Brought to you by a Bitty Penny. Always. Always. Unless it's a Sizzix. I don't know. I feel like I have like an affinity. Like everybody likes a different machine. But I feel like I have a special affinity with Sizzix. Again, I have to remind myself, today is not the machine. It's not the machine. It's you, girlfriend. The other day it was the machine. Which I think is just a fluke, but my husband and I have that sort of luck. Like we'll buy a brand new computer and it'll be the broken one. Like we have that kind of luck of getting the mishaps and broken, the bad examples. We laugh about it now because it's so common for us. All right, so for anyone just joining, the idea of today's card is to play with scale, and I'm cutting out big flowers, but I'm going to use tiny fairies and a tiny fairy door, and then like big birds, and we're going to make a scene card, and it's going to be so much fun. Hey, Desiree. How's it going? You missed the 30 minutes of problematic die cutting. Can I come to your house for a lesson? This time it was my fault though. Oh my gosh. It's been a Calamity Jane kind of morning with my die cutting machine. So now I'm sitting here using my scissors to cut out what didn't cut out with the machine, because I'm not the kind to give up on something. So I'm sitting here cutting out these things that are faintly indented. Oh my gosh. So profesh. All right. And telling everyone I've totally fallen in love with a new company, and it's a die company. But I'm going to get my machine right. It's all going to be good. Okay. And I'm not going to spoil any more surprises about that. You guys are just going to have to wait on that one. Okay. I'm going to cut this one out. How you doing, Kim? My guys went to a jazz show last night. I so wanted to go, but I was still working. It's okay. I'll get to go. I took a rain. I was like, rain check. I'm going to go see a live jazz band. I love live music and I love jazz. So I'm glad they got to go. It's at a jazz bar in Austin where it's like BYOB and all ages. So my son got to go with my husband and my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's friend was playing in the band because I'm married to a musician, and his whole family, they're all musicians. All right. That's right. Dr. Shrub is a musician, actually. Beth thought he was a doctor, which makes sense when I call him Dr. Shrub. But he's not. That's where nicknames will get you. All right. Almost done. This could be the worst live if y'all just end up sitting here watching me unsuccessfully die cut and then cut out everything by hand and never make a card. I would tell you stranger things have happened, but we're going to get there. Okay, I think that's good. I think we have enough. We're going to fudge it and make it work. Hey, Bethany. Okay, nothing to see here. All right. We have a pile of what we'll call die cuts. And then let's get this a stamping. I think for today's live, this will actually be the fun part. You know, all that embossing we got on these pages, very tempting to use these. I'll put them to the side for now. I'll grab some more of that You Create paper. Thanks so much for Desiree for putting me onto this. Des, do you die cut with your You Create? Because it felt like the perfect option for today's card because I wanted to die cut but also watercolor. I like this little round fairy door. Let's use the round fairy door. Well, now I don't know if I'm having a hot flash or if I'm just stressed. Do you have more hot flashes when you are stressed? I bet you do. I bet that's common. The stressful die cutting caused me to have a hot flash, y'all. Jay, bless your heart. I think every time you're here, I have a hot flash. You're like, is this all she talks about? How do people watch this stuff? Oh, yes. Okay, thank you, Gwen. Okay. I got past that one. All right, here we go. Beth, if you weren't Hot Mess, you know, it would be me. I know you're Happy Place Crafting. There is a Hot Mess Crafting, and I felt like that's probably what I should have named my channel. I think there is a Hot Mess Crafting. Let's stamp out both birds, and let's also give ourselves some flowers. Since we had some calamity happening before, I'll take some of those. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now we need our fairies. They're so precious. I love the way they're illustrated. So these are from All in Create. It's number 1100. So if you wanted to find it, you could Google All in Create number 1100 and see what happens. Okay. Whew. All right. Everything's fine. Here we go. Nope. Nope, nope. We're not going to play with any more potential moments of calamity here. You came to see a card get made. I'm going to use a stamping platform. Let's just do things right from now on. All right. Let's just do things right. Oh gosh. Ave, hi. How's it going? Ave, I did love your journal. I'm going to use VersaFine because I want a watercolor. This is watercolor paper I'm stamping on. So VersaFine is perfect for watercolor. It's a pigment ink and it's perfect for stamping. I wish everything stamped as nicely as VersaFine. It's not the way of the world, but it'd be cool if it was. Okay. The more I look at our color card, I do really like it. I'm going to use it and still do it my way as well. It's going to be an inspo, but I'm not like going to try to color match all that or anything. Oh my gosh, it all stamped like almost perfectly on the first go. Now these little birdies are, so photopolymer, 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 acrylic. And the acrylic stamps beautifully. The problem is the height. These are thin, these are high profile. so that's why I'm not getting a great, I have to mash down a little extra on the birdies because all these stamps are from different companies. The flowers are also acrylic stamps, so you know, the dimension's a little different on them. But I'm being lazy and stamping them all at one time. So I have to put a little extra pressure here and there. So it's not the stamps and it's not the tool. It's how I'm using them. Woo! Those are so pretty. I love that all of these things, even though they're from 3 different companies, in an illustrative style, they all match up so perfectly. Ah, I love it. I'm happy again. Yay. Yay for that. And the crowd goes wild. Okay. Now I know. Don't get stressed out. Have a heart flash. All right. Let's watercolor. That's going to make me even happier. And then let's put our card together before I have to leave. Yay! That's right, Maddie. That's the beauty of a stamp positioning tool is, you know, that you keep stamping until you get it exactly right. So we've got a lot to watercolor and I'm excited about that. So we've got all this stuff to work on. Let's do that. And the watercolor brush is working too. Ugh. It's little things. I'm gonna do this last. I'm gonna start with the flowers because we just stamped this and I want to let that pigment ink really dry. Let's start with these. My hot mess die cutting. I need to go back to the packaging for color inspo, like how does this thing go together? That kind of thing. How does this thing go together? So it's probably supposed to cut out more than I did. I don't know. We're gonna make it up. We're gonna do it different. I was only able to get, you know, one pass through, so we're gonna have to make it our own. I'm gonna put them together like that, I think. So here's another one. Mine are gonna be a little different, and that's okay. Whoops, so those pieces go together. Let's see, I've got one more of these. The little pieces go inside there. Okay. You know, I got to get my bearings here. All right. I don't know about these. Okay. So those, we don't care about those. Let's get this other one out real quick. All right. Figure out how this one goes. You do it like that. Let's take a look. Okay, so we got a bunch of these kind of bell shapes. Okay. Did I only get 3 of those little things? Oh well. Kind of match these up best I can. Go like that. Sure, that'll be fine. Hey, Sonia Krill. Welcome to the messiest crafting video. It's been messy this morning. Hope you and Tanisha are doing good. All right. All right, all right, all right. This will work. I don't know if I lined those up with all the right pieces, but that's okay. This is all the greenery we got out of the debacle of my die cutting. Okay. All right, so let's paint this up. I had to put all my pieces together so I kind of know what's going on. This is a blue-green that I mixed. Yes, and I like it. We're making a fairy card with, and we're playing with scale today. And everyone just had to sit through a really messy die cutting session with a lot of calamity. All right, and I love this color. I think I've told y'all this before, but I'm a Leo, so peridot is my birthstone. And when I was a kid, I used to think, oh, that's the worst. But as an adult, I'm like, oh, I love the peridot so much. So it all worked out. I just had to get past my adolescence to appreciate my birthstone. And I love it. All right. Especially the more like chartreuse colored ones like this. The real raw chartreuse looking peridot is my favorite. So there are those. Now let's color these flowers real quick. Hi, Ave. Yeah, Dawn, are you and T going live this morning? I'm guessing that you are. I'm hoping that you are. Okay, let's color up. I'm going to keep these. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to line these up so I don't have to line them up again. I line them up like this. And I paint all these sections. I've got one more. The same colors. Okay. This is one of those cards, y'all. It might give me some trouble here and there, you know, as I get it together. But I feel like once I've got it made, like actually constructed and made, I'm gonna love it. I think these are too close to the same color. I'm gonna have to add a little something else to that. There we go. A little bit of brown. Darken it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Have you tried making paper fodder? It's fun to make. Yeah, Avi, it's been a long time. I really need to. I saw that Louisa Heinzel did some like, here, let me move y'all in. Sorry. I had y'all really far out there because of the whole die cutting thing. That she had one for flowers this week. And I thought, I need to earmark that, save that, and go back and watch it. That would be a fun like video to do for, you know, like a mask making video. Just sit down with you guys live and us just make a bunch of collage fodder. I mean, I do plenty of collage, that's for sure. Actually, the reason I'm not going live tomorrow is because I need to catch up on my collage that's due this summer for the gallery. I'm very far behind and I need to make headway on that. So I will not be live tomorrow. I'm going to keep reminding you guys so you don't come here looking for me. I will be live on Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay. All right. So, ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh, love the colors. Okay. Now we need to do those flowers up there. These little bulbous little flowers are next. I'm going to line them up the same way so I can keep it together. Only have to match them up one time. Okay. And I need to pick some colors. This might be a little bit of a weird choice, but I think I'm going to do this brown because I want to do a pink, and my idea for this card was like storybook. So I want some softness in my colors. I don't need to paint that whole thing because it's not, you're only going to see a little bit of it. You're just going to see the top part. So I'm not going to bother with painting the whole thing. Oh, good, Esther. That's wonderful. Hey, Anne, how you doing? Welcome. Please put up a notification for. Oh, I'm going to. I was trying to test it this morning, actually, Flo, and it didn't work. But I think I need to just change my orientation, and I'll be okay. I'm going to add a little bit of brown to this red. Oop, that was too much. Get some more red. And then I'm going to dilute this quite a bit. Let's see what this looks like. Yes. It looks like, yes, I like it. Okay. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, fine. All right. There we go. Lovely. Okay, these are dry. Fantastic. These are pretty dry. I'm going to move those, bump those up. Here, these are definitely wet. I just painted those. We're going to bring in our fairies and our door and all that. We're going to paint that real quick. Oh my goodness, I need to move faster. I cannot wait for the summer, you guys. We're going to have so much fun in the summer when I don't have to rush out of here every day for the bus. Just trying to keep my pieces together. Oh, that one's dry. That's good. Okay. Look, scissors. Can't have you messing up my pile. Paper fodder is basically ephemera when you make it yourself, Gwen. It's so let's say you kind of stumble upon a, I know you like Zentangles. So let's say you kind of like combine Zentangle and you make like Zentangle flowers, and then you mass make them and cut them all out, and then you have fodder or ephemera for your collage. That's a very broad overview of it. So here are our fairies, our fairy door, our flowers. Let's make these purple. Oh, got a lot of red in there still in my brush. Ooh, but I think this is gonna work. Making a scene. Boy, was I making a scene earlier, just trying to die cut. Don't mind me. All right. I think one of their dresses is going to be purple, actually. Let's make her dress purple to match the iris. What time is it? Whew, gotta hustle, gotta hustle. Will she be able to pull it off? I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. I don't know. This one's gonna have a yellow dress, because yellow is an amazing color that I love so much. She's been playing in the daffodils. Let's give this girl yellow wings. And let's give the other girl purple wings. Okay. I'm going to paint my blades of iris this blue-green color, kind of tie everything in and not worry too much about going outside the lines, honestly. Okay, when you have stamps like this with tiny details, it's good to hop around. So notice how I'm not trying to finish the fairies right away. I'm not like coloring in their skin tone or anything. It's because I want those wings and those dresses to dry before I paint their skin. Otherwise, the colors can run together and you'll have alien fairies. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to move up here and paint the branch. So you just kind of work. It's best when you're doing stuff like this to work in pieces. and kind of piece the things together. My door should be brown. It's also good to use a somewhat limited palette. So I'm not mixing colors. I mean, I had some colors mixed on my palette, but I'm not going crazy mixing colors. I'm pulling straight from the pans for a lot of this because I want it to be consistent throughout the card. So the brown that I used on the branch and the brown that I'm using on this door is the same brown that I used to um, to mute my red color. So they're all going to have like a very similar tone to them. Okay, and I don't really know. I'll go back to the packaging, but I don't really know what to color this bird. So I like this color though. It's a little bit of the brown and a little bit of the red. I like how those are playing together with just a little more brown. So this is an underpainting when I'm just kind of adding a big swath of paint here over the birds. We can always come back in and add more colors and more detail. See how this guy is kind of faded down a bit. Okay. And now for my girls, they need some skin color, and the wings and everything should be dry enough now. Oh boy, Fussy cutting them out is going to be an adventure, you guys. It's going to be an adventure. Okay. And now I'm going to do a different tone for this other girl. I like that she's a little thicker. She's a little more fluffy, like me. I like that. Okay, and she's gonna have dark hair. I'm gonna make her a redhead, I think. And I'm just kind of patting in a little color. I don't want to color it all just real dark brown. Let me bring her up. Because I want, there's not really a lot of highlights or anything, but there's a little bit. There's a little bit there. Okay, redhead. Like bright red, y'all. I know it's really kind of orange, but that's how it is. Okay, love it. All right, now I'm gonna mix those colors a little more for this beak. Okay, we need some stone action happening over here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go dark right here at the edge. And then I'm gonna blend it out. So I'm just gonna drop in a little bit of color and then go back in and kind of blend that color out. Not too much. I don't want to lose that dark detail I added, but I also don't want it to be white. My brush is a little dirty still, so there is a little bit of that red in there, but I like it. Let's add a little blue to the bird. I'm using the same blue that I used for my flowers. Going back to that somewhat limited color palette, I think will bring the whole scene together. This isn't really a tutorial, it's just how I paint and the things that I think about. We're giving him a blue head. Okay. I think that's it, except for the feet. Okay. And I'm going to come in with my gel pens and add color to that right there. What paint is this? This is Mission Gold by Gold Class Mission. And who makes this? I don't remember. If you look up Mission Gold, you'll find it. But you can use any watercolors you want. Okay, all these pieces are dry. Now I'm going to set this to the side and let this dry while we assemble these pieces real quick. So let's do that. Now, if I had all the time in the world, which we all know that I don't, I would add a lot more. I would bring in and add more detail to these pieces, but I don't really have time for it. It's called Mission, like I'm on a mission, Mission Gold. I think it's Winsor & Newton, but I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I bought it years and years and years ago. Hey, Dawn. How you doing? But you can use any watercolors, you guys. It's really nothing. These aren't, I mean, I think they're high quality, but at the same time, they're nothing special. I don't mean to be mean, but I just don't want you running out and thinking you have to have those particular watercolors. You can use any watercolors. I really love Kuretake, but the problem is the packaging is always a little bit problematic for me, to the point that, like, I don't pull them out. I've got to find a convenient way to store them so that I'll use them. This is kind of crazy, but they're in dried pans. I'm thinking about breaking them somehow and making palettes for myself if I can't figure it out. Because I have amazing, you know, they're amazing watercolors and I want to use them. They're just not all that convenient, so I never pull them out. Okay. You did a circle search? Yeah, I don't know what they are now. I know what they used to be like in the $30, $40 range, but you get like the palette and all these tubes, and they've lasted me forever. I've had those since 2016 and I've never even needed to refill them. I mean, they probably need to be refilled now, but like they'll last you forever. And I watercolor quite a bit. Now, I have a number of palettes, so it's not like I use it every single time, but that's the thing about watercolor is I don't know anybody who loves watercolor and only has one palette. I'm just saying. I think it's kind of common to have, if you love watercolor, multiple palettes. Okay. These pieces are still a little damp, but I can glue them together. So here are our flowers. Aren't they pretty? Love them. Now, I only cut out enough of these little pokey things for 3. That's a technical term for these pokey things. And I did not watercolor them. It's okay. I have alcohol markers. It'll be fine. I like the frilly bit up top. There we go. Just switch it. Okie dokie. Put a little glue here. Oh my goodness, this is one of those cards, y'all, but I think the end result is going to be cool. So there's lots of parts and pieces, but it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be worth all the struggle. All the fussiness. Okay. Y'all hear my daughter sneezing. Her allergies have been so terrible. What are y'all doing this weekend? Does anybody have special plans? Do y'all have any dates or plans or anything? Are you crafting? That's special. What you doing? You have to let me know. Okay. Little die cuts done. Now, what time is it? Woo, we got to fly, y'all. All right. Time to fussy cut. These flowers down here are definitely the most dry, and so is this fairy, and so is this door. So we will start with them, and we will let these other pieces get a little more dry time. I'm going to prop them up. They'll dry better if they're propped up. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, hey, Jill Pounds. Aw, she have grandbabies coming. It was so fun hanging out with Mindless Crafting yesterday and all the friends. I love Jill and John, and I love Miss Linda Veal and just everybody who was there. Sala was there. Beth was there. Tanisha and Sonia Krill were there. I think Miss Ava Lee was there. Everybody was there. Well, maybe not everybody, but lots of people were there. You guys, Bill sounds so good, doesn't he? He's starting to sound like himself again. He had me worried there for a minute when they first came back. I'm not going to lie. I thought he maybe needed more rest. But man, he's sounding good. He's sounding like himself again. Praise the Lord. And Miss Tracy too. She's obviously doing better with her neck, which is so good. So glad. Man, we just have to, you know, the older we get, I'm learning, you got to give yourself more time to heal. And by heal, I mean rest. I think, you know, it's so easy to just, for me, to go, 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 go. It's really hard for me to slow down and rest. But sometimes that's exactly what you need to get over the hump. Things can wait. Most everything, probably, and I might even be lowballing here, 90% can wait if you need rest. just going to say it. There are some essential things that have to happen, but most things can wait when we need rest. I'm going to have to get some actual fussy cutting scissors out for these little fairies. Otherwise, I'm going to butcher her, and I don't want to do that. To get into that area, yeah, we're going to need proper scissors. Now, when I was painting this, I was really tempted to just paint the whole thing green. I'm not going to lie. I might come back in, but we might hit it with some blue for like the sky. Brown for the dirt. We'll see. I'm not going to fussy cut all of this because we don't have that kind of time on our hands. Let me get a nice outline. And then we'll figure out the inside as we go, as we build our scene here. Actual proper fussy cutting scissors? I know. I know. There is such a thing, and I own a pair or two. I know. But I'm going to do as much with the beastly scissors as I can until I just can't cut anymore. And then I'll transition. Housework this weekend. I need to. I don't want to. I have to work. I'll probably have to work a lot. We have a lot to get done before Monday. We're not there yet. So I'll probably be working a lot. I really want to go see Snow White again. And there's a new Minecraft movie that I thought my son would want to see it because he used to love Minecraft. But apparently he doesn't. And not because he doesn't love Minecraft, but he says that he doesn't like it when that people are kind of making movies out of all these video games, but they're not staying true to its original art form or storyline or whatever. I guess he's a bit of a purist. I keep telling him, movies are just for entertainment. So if it's entertaining, it's done its job. Even if the entertainment wasn't great, even if you're laughing at it instead of with it, that is entertainment in itself. So it's done its job. Sometimes he'll go to the movies, though, just for popcorn. He loves theater popcorn so much. He'll be like, I don't really want to see the movie, but I'll go for the popcorn. He was getting ready to go to the jazz show with my husband last night, and oh my gosh, he's just growing up so fast, you guys. He's a little man. He'll be 15 this summer, and he's, he works out a lot. He's very muscular. He's looking like a dude. My baby's growing up. But he'll always be my baby. Okay. Is this the last one? I think this is the last of the fussy cutting. Yes. What time is it? Whoa. I need to really get this done, you guys. There is a chance that I will not get this card where I want it to be. If that happens, I will post a picture in my community tab, and I will post a picture on Instagram when it is done. So if we don't get there, I'll come back and show you the finished card, but you know that's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me absolutely bananas if I have to finish this live without my card being done. And we're going to blame it all on the die cutting. It slowed me down. If I could have just run those through one time, I wouldn't have spent 30 minutes. And then on top of that, I had to fussy cut all that stuff out. But we won't talk about that. We don't need any more hot flashes. All right. So here we go. This girl, I'm going to have to bring in these. I can't get in there with my other blades. Not without mangling the whole situation. We don't want to do that. That would be an unforced error that we don't have to do. There we go. Okay. I really like that iris, but it might not make the cut. We'll see. Just because I want to cut between all the pieces. All right, let's do this, you guys. I need a 5x7 watercolor piece. I'm going to bring in this paper for that. It's almost gone. I think I only have one sheet left. Thanks, Linda. Oh, Zinjin, hi. Don't even say nothing about flashing. Just keep your mouth quiet. I know. Woo. All right, 7. I have to make sure I cut this paper right because it's precious, y'all. And if I cut it right, I can get 4 5x7 card fronts from it. And if I don't, I can't. So on the 15-inch side, we cut it to 7. And then we turn and cut to 5. 5 again. Okay. And do that all over again. Ooh, this blade is just flying right through this paper. All right. There's that. The calamity of this video is comical. Okay. So we've got all of our pieces. Let's play around now with arrangement and such. I didn't get a lot of die cutting done. So I don't have as many stems and greenery pieces that I had hoped for. I only have 2. Yet I still think we can make something work. I think these go on here. Let's put the smaller one on here. Put maybe this one on there. Okay, we've got a fairy door down here. Okay. Big bird. I don't know that the big bird is going to work, but we're going to try. Ugh, there's my bird, which means I'm incredibly late. Yeah, I'm not going to get this card done, which is very sad. It was all the calamity at the beginning, you guys. This guy's going to go over here, I think. And we got to fit our girls in. Okay, so if you're wondering about the background, I'm going to do these kind of have fallen off onto the ground. Bump that door up a little bit. And she's not standing on the door, so she's going to have to be floating because she's just kind of like, they're drifting. Just something like this. And the background is going to be painted like a tree trunk. So I need to take a picture. I'm going to have to leave it on my desk. You guys will have to check this out on my Instagram. And I will come back. If you don't do Instagram, don't worry, honey. I got you. I'll put it in the community tab of YouTube. So you'll see a post from me whenever this is done. And you'll see the final picture. And then next time we're live, well, maybe not the next time we're live, but like on Monday, I'll show it to you or something. But this is kind of where it's headed. And sorry, we couldn't get it done. That is not normal, but such is life, my friends. Because I'm not rushing it, I think I'll be able to come in here. I don't even know that we need anything else. Like, I feel like that card front is nice and full. But because I'm not going to rush getting it done, I don't even have time. I have to go. Then I'll be able to come in here and cut out all these pieces that I don't like. I'll be able to really come in and really fussy cut this flower out. I don't even know if we need it though. I mean, maybe, but maybe not. Another thing I'll probably do is darken. I'll do the, whoa, sorry. Oh my goodness. I'll darken some of it up, add some more depth in the coloring, but I do want it soft. So yeah, this is a work in progress. Sorry we didn't get it done together. First time for everything. Thank you guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a razor blade. But yeah. Definitely going to need to get in there to get that nitty-gritty part out. But honestly, this might just go on the inside of the card. What I might do is for the inside of the card, I'll go ahead and cut all this out, put it on the inside with and stamp a fairy in there. Y'all see. I'll get it done. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is so disappointing. Boo. It is what it is. I've got to go. I got to go catch a bus. Toodles. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful Saturday. I will not be here. I will be here on Sunday. Okay? All right. See y'all later. Bye.